Hey everybody, and welcome to the very first Q&A session for 2021. Tonight is Wednesday, January 13th, and I'm Mark Dannenberg, and this is the Options Moneymaker Q&A session. Aaron Rumley and Michael Kastner are here and will be joining us in just a little bit. But first, let me just start by giving you an overview of what we do and the purpose for this Q&A. We have a very firm philosophy that it is important to learn to trade and then trade to earn. So there's a lot of traders who decide, people who decide that they want to trade, they want to participate in trading. They hear a couple of ideas and so they insert themselves into either trading futures, trading options, or just buying and selling stocks. We believe that there's a learning curve that's necessary for people to be successful and not flame out pretty quickly early on and lose your trading capital. So we make ourselves available not only through the programs that we offer and the support we offer, like with a live trading room, but we make ourselves available every other week to answer questions that you might have to help you continue on your own learning journey. Some of those topics that we might talk about tonight that you might have questions about are the adaptive entry system, which is the software that we use with new cycle trading that we are profiling and trading every day in the live trading room. We're profiling the NASDAQ 100 futures using a 5-minute chart, but you can just as easily use the adaptive entry system signals, trading a 30-minute chart for Amazon stock options or a 10 and 30-minute chart for trading SPX cash index stock options. So it's a very versatile system. The sweet spot matrix, which Aaron talks about every day on the Cycle Finder daily crosses at the open of the market, that is for trading stock options. Of course, the live trading room is a core of what we offer. It provides real-time trading and support. You can follow right along with the trades. You can follow right along with the explanations that we provide in the live trading room with each trade, why you would take that trade, why you would skip another trade, how to exit the trade, how to think about how the trade is developing. That is, in my opinion, invaluable in really learning how to trade. Of course, trading, whether you're trading options or trading futures, trading in a simulation mode is an excellent way for you to get comfortable with what you're doing. Our Profit Builder Plus options education program is an excellent way. It's an excellent curriculum if you want to learn how to trade options. And then our futures trading education, where we focus a lot on the risk and reward of futures, is an excellent way for you to build a foundation and understanding of how to trade futures. And then the personal trading plan, which we designed and rolled out to our community last year, is for tracking your own personal profit performance. Now, I personally believe that the personal trading plan is one of the most valuable tools you can have in your arsenal. You're going to need a set of market metrics. You're going to need some sort of a system so that you have a point in time to decide to go in to a position or to skip a certain pattern. And then at the end of the day, I think it's vitally important that you record your performance in some sort of a tool that helps you see where your performance was today relative to where your historical performance has been to date. Maybe you've been trading for 3 months, maybe you've been trading for 6 months, maybe you're just getting started. The tool, the personal trading plan tool, is designed to help you know what your averages are, what your average performance is, and then project that average performance out into the future so that you have some idea of what your overall performance could be for the course of a year. So this is the personal trading plan tool. Now, we have not updated it in a session with our community since last week. So I've pre-filled the numbers for Monday and Tuesday. We had Thursday and Friday of last week. There was just a little technical issue with a recording that I did on Friday, so that didn't go out. But let me just give you an overview here real quick. There's 2 categories that we track to demonstrate for you how the personal trading plan works, and that there are variables that are up to you to decide. So one is we track what's labeled here as LTR all. It's all of the trades that we take in the live trading room using the adaptive entry system signals between 9:30 and noon Eastern time. And then this one that's labeled LTR TB10 is all of the trend bias and trend continuation signals that we take between 7 a.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. or whenever we stop trading. So this is a tool that we're going to come back to here in just a moment. Before we get into that, I want to show the detail tracking tool that we use to keep track of every single trade, every single day, profit or loss, what type of strategy we're trading, what time frame chart we're trading, and of course what the entry time of that trade was. We also track the drawdown on the trade so that we have a reasonable idea of what types of drawdowns we're seeing, and eventually we'll do a deeper analysis on the drawdowns, and we may decide to alter the standard 20-point drawdown that we use when we're trading NASDAQ futures on a 5-minute chart. Now I'm going to scroll back here to the 7 a.m. time frame. Most of our community likes to take a quick screenshot of 7 a.m. forward. So first trade today was at 7 a.m. and then the last trade that we took today was at 2:50 p.m. I'll come back to the other days in a little bit here. So then we take a look at the daily summary. So what I just showed you is all of the detail of the trading that we did in the live trading room. Now, we're recording this every single day, and we've been doing this since the first week of July in order to show the community in our live trading room exactly how this process works. So today we had 3 3/4 points of profit in our 9:30 to noon category where we take all signals. Now that's not huge. It's $20 a point. That's what we're looking at. It's $20 per point trading the NASDAQ 100 futures. So we'll fill that in here in just a minute. We'll translate that into our personal trading plan. Yesterday we had 25 points of profit, and on Monday we had 25 1/4 points of loss. So those two kind of netted out for those 2 days. And last week on Thursday and Friday we had losses in this category. Now, one of the first questions I get when somebody looks at this and says we had 2 or 3 back-to-back days of losses, does the system really work? My answer is absolutely, and I think you're going to see that a little more clearly as we get into the personal trading plan. But just while we're on this tab here, since we've been recording all of the performance, and we have all the performance detail, we are averaging just under 15 points a day positive in the 9:30 to noon category. That's $300 a day trading a single contract, just under $300 a day. So if you're trading 3 contracts like we are, that's $900 a day. You're talking about some serious opportunity to make some money in just a 2.5-hour period. All right, so in our 7 to 4 category, today we had 54.5 points of profit, and that's at $20 a point. Yesterday we were down 9 points. Monday we were down 4 points. Those are kind of small losses. Friday we were down 12 1/4 points. So we had 3 back-to-back losing days. And then Thursday we were positive 14 1/4 points. So we can't always predict the nature of the market, but the adaptive entry system signals allow us to very effectively trade the trends of the market and trade the cycles of the market. And we certainly will never profess to have all winning trades. As you can see here, we have some losing trades that are layered in there. We have some trades that we netted 5 points on. We have some trades that netted 10 points positive. All we do, folks, is we take the signals, and by we, I mean myself, Michael, and Aaron, whoever is actively hosting the live trading room. We take the signals as they're presented. We don't second guess or discount the signals because somebody will ask us, well, what about this news that's supposed to be coming out, or what about some other factor? We don't factor any of that in. We just simply follow the trends of the market, and we take the adaptive entry system signals and we let the result be whatever it naturally is. So I'm going to take this data for today and I'm going to plug it now into our personal trading plan. So I've already plugged in Monday and Tuesday, and we are on the 9:30 to noon category, the live trading room all. And you can see here that Monday, we ended up with a $1,515 loss. We had 42 contracts that were traded. That's 3 contracts per trade. And this is the point value of our loss times 20 points times 3 contracts. Yesterday, we were positive $1,500, 39 contracts. That's 13 trades at 3 contracts per trade. And today, the 9:30 to noon, we had $285 of, today from 9:30 to noon, we had a 3 3/4 point profit times $20 a point times 3 contracts, and that equals $75. So pretty flat today. And the total number of contracts was 13 trades, and so that's 39 contracts because we're trading 3 contracts per trade. And then in our other category, 7 to noon for Wednesday, January 13th, we had 54.5 points of profit at $20 a point times 3 contracts is $3,270. And we had 15 trades. You can see 15 trades and 3 contracts per trade. So we traded 45 contracts. By plugging in the number of contracts, we're realistically looking at, although it's minimal, but we're realistically looking at the cost of taking these trades because there's a commission and fee that we have to pay the broker. All right, so now I want to do a couple things. I want to take a look back at our 9:30 to noon category. And I'm going to look at these 4 values right up here that you see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. This tells us that we are through 27.6 weeks. 27.6 weeks, so 27.5 weeks. We've been tracking this on a daily basis through the live performance of the adaptive entry system every day for 27.5 weeks. And Aaron and Michael do a good job of tracking the performance in real time, calling it out into the live trading room and letting people know what the performance was at the end of the day. But we've been doing it now for 27.5 weeks. During that 27.5 weeks, we've had 45 losing days. There have been 45 losing days. Now we focus on winning days and losing days because losing days are an important part of trading. We want to manage them effectively and we want to know how they're fitting into our overall plan. These 2 numbers are the averages that we've achieved so far. We're achieving an average winning day of 21.58 points a day. So on our winning days, we're averaging 21.58 points. And on our losing days, we're averaging 39.98 points, right? So our average losing day is a little bigger than our average winning day. These values right here are what is going to help us forecast going forward. So the 2 numbers that I just gave you, that is our actual average. That is what we have achieved to date. And we want to match our going forward forecast to those values. So I'm going to put in 21.58 in our going forward forecast for our positive days. And I'm going to put in 39.98 minus 39.98 for our losing days. So now what we've done is we've said, listen, we've averaged these values to date for 27.5 weeks. Whether you believe that's good or not, that is the real average. If you are trailing right along with us, tracking right along with us, and you believe that you could improve on that performance, make those adjustments, and you'll start to see those averages improve. If you are feeling 100% confident with how you establish those averages, how you arrive there, and you're comfortable with those numbers, keep doing what you're doing. And then we're going to use those same values and forecast forward for the rest, for the next 25 weeks, 24.5 weeks, so that we build a full 52-week plan. So using all of those values and limiting our maximum number of contracts to 3, I have to lock in 3 here. Oops, didn't want to do that. There we go, to lock in 3. Limiting our contracts to 3, our projected potential income for a 12-month period is 137,832. Now, that number is only a projection. It's based on actual performance for 27 and a half weeks and projected performance for the next 24 and a half weeks. That number could increase or decrease depending on what our actual averages do. But the longer we get into our 52-week plan, the more integrity those numbers have, and the greater likelihood is that we finally arrive at the end of 52 weeks with a pretty solid number that we're pretty excited about. I want to point out we started with $5,000 in this account. So 5,000 growing to possibly 137, 138,000. I think that's a pretty solid number. Let's jump over to our other category. Now we track two different categories. We track in two different methods because we have some people that would like to devote their entire day to trading. They view trading as their business. This is where they're going to allocate their income production time. So some people will trade much longer in the day. Other people have a limited amount of time to trade. And so we show 9:30 to noon, and then we show 7 to 4. And of course, we have a tool, thanks to Aaron, that we have built where we can help you understand that within any particular time frame, what is a reasonable expectation in terms of profit production. So once again, we are through 27 and a half weeks. We've had 40 losing days in this category in that 27 and a half weeks. Our average winning day is 29.27, and our average losing day is 31.83. So I'm going to adjust these forecast numbers to 29.27, and I'm going to adjust the losing day average to 31.83. Okay, so now limiting ourselves to no more than 3 contracts, that gives us a 12-month projection of a $259,000 income. That's a possibility. That's not a guarantee. You don't lock that in. You won't know exactly what it is until you've completed the last day of the last week. But this is helping you as a trading business owner understand what your potential income could be and how you might think about adjusting it. One of the best ways to adjust, if you're 100% confident in these values, you know how you got there, you're comfortable with following along with our trades or trading on your own, and you really are feeling comfortable with your trading, you don't feel like you're holding your breath, you don't feel like you have an emotional roller coaster ride going on every day, you're comfortable with your trading, you could always increase the number of contracts. If I were to go from 3 contracts to 5, none of the contract values will change for the first 27 and a half weeks, but going forward, it will change to a maximum of 5. And all of a sudden, our potential income jumps to $343,211. Again, we started this account with just $5,000. So I think 3 contracts is a very reasonable max. So I'm going to leave that at 3. So that's the process that you go through and should go through every day to update your trading plan. And think of your trading as a business, that at the end, close of your business day, you're tabulating sales, you're tabulating expenses, you've got some payroll in there. Where are you in terms of your monthly projection? Where are you in terms of your annual projected income? And then you can make some decisions to either solidify that by continuing to do what you're doing, or maybe reduce the amount of risk that you have. I mean, I could change this to 2 contracts if I wanted to, and I still have over $200,000 projected income. Or you can change it like I showed you to 5 contracts or more. You can set that number, that value at whatever you choose and potentially increase the amount of income for yourself. So I think that this is a very important component of your trading. And one of the things that this does for you is it helps you know the answer to the question that most traders don't know how to answer. And that is, when is enough enough? So I'm going to come back to this here in just a little bit, but I want to talk about that just for a minute. A lot of traders struggle with that emotional side of risk and loss. They're so afraid of taking the trade, they're so afraid of losing that they start doing things that are not really part of the recommended and advised program. The personal trading plan helps traders see that big picture. We can see what our potential income is from these two accounts over the course of 12 months. Answers the question, when is enough enough? You know that your trading plan is saying, hey, if I hit 30 points of profit for today, why don't I quit? Because I know that that keeps me on pace to earn $259,000, everything else being equal. So there's no reason to subject yourself to risk, and unnecessary risk. And I know in the last few days where we've showed some of these losses, we've showed some losing days in here, particularly in the 9:30 to noon category. I think 3 of those losing days, I believe, had very strong profits in the morning. Early in the morning had very strong profits that would have satisfied the majority of the people in our community in terms of their personal trading plan. So they might have quit trading. We will trade the entire day or the entire 9:30 to noon time period, and we're taking all the signals. And part of the reason we're doing that is so that we can have all of the data that we need in order to help you understand what your potential is in any kind of time frame or category. So we continue to trade, we continue to track and record those trades, and sometimes we end up with a loss for the day, but if it was just Michael or just Aaron or just me trading our own personal accounts on our own, we probably would have quit on some days where we're up 35 points at 10:15, or we're up 25 points at 15 minutes into the market day. So those are some of the things that you got to keep in mind too. We have a lot of people that will tell us early in the day they stop trading and they're done for the day because they've met their goal. And when you hear someone say, I've met my goal, because we read their comments in the room, that means that they're using a personal trading plan and they know exactly what their target was for that day. So the plan also helps understand what a reasonable profit and loss target is for the day. That's what I was just talking about, and what your potential 52-week income. So our personal trading plan that you just saw is showing, let's just say, $140,000 to $250,000 of potential income, depending on how long you're trading, what method you're trading, and everything. And we started with just $5,000 in each account. So that's really as little as 2.5 hours per day to be driving that type of income. It's a little bit less than that now. I actually prepared this number on the slide before I updated the trading plan for tonight, but just 2.5 hours a day, potentially $130,000, $140,000. And I just thought I'd throw in a perspective there for you. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the median household income in the latest report in the United States was $78,500. So $78,500 is the median household income. And we're talking about a situation where you could potentially have double that, or 80%, not quite double that, for 2.5 hours of work, 2.5 hours of dedicated, committed time. This is what we're hoping to help you achieve if that's what you desire. So with the tools that we've put together that we're going to be talking about in this Q&A session are the futures trading education. You can learn more about risk and reward of futures. We have the options education through the Profit Builder program, and then the adaptive entry system from New Cycle Trading. We have the live trading room, the personal trading plan. If you put all of that together, you are well equipped to be able to trade successfully and create a personal trading business for yourself. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to optionsmoneymaker.com/investor2.